What's up, everyone? I'm Yasmin Woodland and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'll be talking about some teen mom drama involving David Eason, Jenelle Evans, and involving Nathan Griffith. So actually there's drama, but there's not drama. So if you all don't know, David Eason and Nathan has just really not gotten along these past couple of years. It's always been some sort of problem, some sort of argument being had about custody battles. And at one point Nathan didn't even trust David Eason to even be around Kaiser because Kaiser lives with David and Jenelle, and there was just 911 calls being placed, and Jenelle and David went through a lot of drama. But nonetheless, Nathan Griffith has spoken out and said that his relationship with David Eason has gotten a lot better and that everything is cordial. And he also stated that he doesn't think that David is a completely bad guy. He just thinks that David made some really crazy, messed up decisions, and he doesn't really know how to represent himself and his true feelings. Like, Nathan was kind of talking a little bit weird, but he also said something about Jace. Now, with a lot of people, they just weren't really liking what he had to say about Jace. But before I go into that, here is a little snippet of what he had to say right here. And this is brought to you by the Ashley. I always do reports from her. And as you can see, Nathan said that David is a lot more aggressive and stuff like that. But when it comes to intellectual things, I guess they just have a lot more in common than what they originally thought. So now he stated that he does like a lot of his drop-offs and stuff like that. And David always asked, "Oh, how are you? How are you today? How was the drive?" And then he also asked Nathan, can he pick up Kaiser? And, they're a lot more cordial now. So he was stating that he's really grateful for that and that it's really, taking a burden off of him, because with everyone arguing, how can anything get done, Now, on to the Jace situation. Now, Nathan did a live stream and he went on his social media and he was stating how he does not like Jace. He said that he does not like for Kaiser to hang around Jace. And people were just like, well, what is this guy talking about? Like, Jace is literally 11 years old. Like, he's a little kid. Like, how can you say you don't like Kaiser hanging around Jace when by all technicalities that is his half sibling? So what's the problem? But he went on to state that he felt that Jace was just not a good influence on Kaiser. And he also stated that Jace a lot of the times will bully Kaiser, will bully him and, mistreat him just because Kaiser is younger and smaller than him. And Jace loves to just bully him and try to overpower him. And because of that, Nathan does not want Jace to hang around Kaiser, and he doesn't want Kaiser around Jace. Now, a lot of people didn't like what he had to say because they were just like, come on, like, Jace is 11. There's no way he's a bully to Kaiser. There's no way there's any animosity. Like, they're siblings. It's just like a boy thing. But, Nathan is really adamant on the fact that he just really, truly does not want Jace around Kaiser. Like, he really thinks that Jace has like a lot of issues, anger problems, and he really has things to like get straightened out. And I don't really know like all of the details. I mean, no one truly knows all of the details. We can't see what goes on behind closed doors. But from what Nathan was stating, I mean, I did feel the sincerity in his voice. I do truly feel like he does not like Jace. I really feel like he does not want Kaiser to be around Jace or anything like that. And I really do feel like he feels that way. And that's sad because Jace, I think people just love to just bash other people, or just they're quick to point out the negatives, but they don't like to look back at the history at what maybe created or caused that person to be who they are. And if Jace is an aggressive person, or if Jace isn't a positive influence on Kaiser because he bullies and picks on Kaiser, then we need to look at the source. Okay, so it starts in the home. It starts with who's the parents, where, where was Jace's mom? Where was Jenelle at? Was she a good role model? Okay, what about his dad? And it starts there. So if the child is growing up and they're showing signs of having behavioral problems or some sort of issue there, then that's probably something to do with the home. And Nathan didn't make it any better when Nathan was dating Jenelle, and then Nathan and Jenelle were going through a lot of arguments. A lot of police were called as well. Even at one point, Barbara stated hey, I don't want Jace to live with you guys because you guys argue and fight so much. So Nathan, for you to sit over here and say, well, hey, he bullies Kaiser, I think that you should take a little bit of responsibility as well, because when you were with Jenelle, you weren't a positive role model or influence on Jace either. All you did was fight, and he witnessed that. So he's a child. He's going to, do what he sees. Children are sponges. They absorb things, they witness things, and then they act it out as well. So I think maybe Nathan means well when he said that, but at the same time, he needs to reflect, look in the mirror, look at his own actions and say, hey, was I even a positive influence in Jace's life, or did I demonstrate bullying? Did I demonstrate anger, arguments, and stuff like that? So that's just how I feel about it. Y'all know I love to just keep it real on my channel. If you're going to try to call out Nathan, or excuse me, if Nathan's going to try to call out Jace for being a bully and picking on someone, maybe he should call out himself, because Nathan is not the best person, or wasn't the best person around Jace either. So that is my thoughts on this situation. Thank you all for tuning into my video. Please leave a like, a subscribe, and comment below on this entire situation involving Nathan Griffith, what he had to say about David and what he had to say about Jace. Thank you all so much, and until next time, see ya.